Before dawn, while the prairie still slept under a blanket of frost, the rancher rose from his cot and stepped outside with a lantern in hand. 3 times a day, every day, he walked the same lonely trail past the broken fence and down to the dry riverbed. Folks thought he was crazy. Some said he talked to ghosts. Others swore he was burying gold. But the truth was quieter, heavier. He knelt and pressed his palm into the dust, whispering names the wind carried away. Names of men lost to raids, women taken by sickness, children swallowed by hunger. Then he stacked stones, one for each soul, building a small monument no one else cared to see. This morning he added another stone. His hands trembled. The land remembered everything, he believed. If someone didn't honor the dead, the West would stay cursed forever. As the sun crept over the hills, he stood, hat to his chest, eyes wet but steady. Behind him, unseen, a young boy watched from the ridge, curiosity burning. He didn't know yet, but that quiet ritual would change the way he saw strength forever. By midday, when the sun scorched the earth and cattle clustered for shade, the rancher returned to the riverbed. This time he carried water in 2 rusted buckets. 3 times a day, he poured it onto the cracked ground, letting it soak where nothing had grown for years. Neighbors laughed. "You watering bones," they joked. But he kept pouring. He remembered the old tribe that once lived here, how soldiers burned their fields and poisoned the wells. This was stolen land, he said to himself. The earth deserved to drink again. Today, something strange happened. As water touched the dust, a tiny green shoot pushed through. Just one. The rancher froze. His breath caught in his chest. He dropped to his knees, tears cutting clean lines down his dirty face. He cupped the fragile sprout like it was a newborn child. Across the plains, riders noticed the green speck and whispered. Life was returning where death ruled. By sunset, word spread to nearby settlements. People began riding out, curious, confused. They didn't understand yet, but history was starting to turn beneath their boots. As evening fell, the rancher made his 3rd walk. This time he brought bread, dried meat, and coffee. 3 times a day, he left food on a flat stone near the river bend. Bandits, drifters, widows, and runaways all passed through this land. Hunger killed faster than bullets out here. Tonight, a young woman stepped from the shadows. Her dress was torn, her face bruised. She reached for the food but froze when she saw him. The rancher slowly set his hat down and stepped back. "It's yours," he said softly. She ate like she hadn't in weeks. When she finished, she whispered, "Why do you do this?" He looked at the horizon, voice steady. "Because no one did it for me." She told him about the gang that burned her farm, about her brothers buried in shallow graves. He listened, not speaking. When she left, she carried more than food, she carried hope. By nightfall, others came. The stone was empty, but something bigger had begun. Weeks passed. 3 times a day, the rancher kept his routine. Stones stacked higher. The dry land slowly greened. Hungry travelers left with full stomachs. What started as one man's habit became a gathering. Families settled near the riverbed. Crops grew. A town rose where death once ruled. The rancher never asked for thanks. He kept walking, kept watering, kept feeding. One day, a sheriff rode in, amazed. "You built this?" he asked. The rancher shrugged. "I just showed up." Years later, books would call it a miracle settlement, a turning point in frontier history. They'd write about peace treaties signed here, wars avoided because enemies met over shared meals. They'd say it all started with a rancher who did one small thing, 3 times a day. When the rancher finally passed, they buried him by the riverbed. On his grave, the town stacked stones. Nearby, green fields swayed in the wind. The West was different now, because one man refused to stop caring.